Slight delay, guys. We just got into this game. So it's BRB. In the bottom left-hand side, Elazer is our red Zerg in the quarterfinals. Taking on our blue Protoss in the upper right-hand side, we got ourselves MaxPax. A little bit of ZVP action as we get this underway. Game number 1 of our series. And there is action down on the bottom side of the map. So it's a proxied up gateway off the Forge, of course. And it is a cannon rush to begin with. So sorry, coming into this just a little late. I joined the lobby and I ran to get myself a drink because I had run out of water. So I joined the lobby, ran away, got caught up with something, came back and joined into this chaos. So welcome. This is the quarterfinals, of course, of today's ESL Open Cup. A Thursday special to make up for some of the Mondays we missed over the last 2 weeks with the lobby issues. There'll be another one of these ESL Open Cups on Sunday to make up for this week's missed cup. And then, of course, on Monday, we get back to the usual schedule. So that's where we stand at. So it's going to be seen now. Roachron is building from Elazer in the back of the main base, and he's obviously aware of what's going on here and how he wants to break out of this. He's going to go for the Roach defense. Now, he does have a hatchery on this right-hand side, so he will be allowed an extra hatch on the map. That gives him a way to build units and to send them across the map to harass, potentially. It also gives him just extra lava if he wants to try and make extra units and extra lings or whatever to come in from this right-hand side. It also gives him a base to mine from if he can find a chance to drone up without being able to break out from his main base. So the hatchery on the map gives him a lot of extra options that he otherwise might not be able to usually have at this stage. You see a robo facility setting up over here, and the couple of Ravagers morphing from Elazer in the main base. The Adept going to shade up this ramp, and the Roach is there to say hello to that Adept right away. His battery's continuing up with the robo, and about halfway done. Couple corrosive bars going down, cannon taking some hits. Just some extra Ravagers morphing in once again, so far so good. So Ravagers coming through and just going to be seeing them starting to move down this ramp. The cannon going to get picked away at, so it's taking quite a bit of damage here already, and just going to be seeing the batteries will start to waste some energy on that, right? That's part of the way that this works. Across the map, a single Ravager showing up. It's actually going to be kind of annoying. It's a cancelled cannon in range of the Ravager. And 2 Adepts actually going to start shading home to deal with this. I mean, you kind of want to get it back home, right? And he's going to be seeing the intent to build a pylon a bit further back. I mean, he's going to start fighting the shield battery here. Kind of feels like MaxPax is thinking about expanding, right? Like the probe goes to the natural expansion. Okay, now he's spending more monies on other things. He had the money almost for a Nexus. I was like, really? You're going to expand? Obviously, it doesn't really make a lot of sense, but like, that's what he was setting up to do. Here come the Adepts to clean up this one Ravager. I mean, at the same time, all these Ravagers thinking about moving down the ramp. He does get the kill on this cannon finally, so he's able to finish this one out. Here you go. We'll continue to move down this ramp. Get a couple of batteries. He will get barreled down right away. I'm just worried there's no prism to kind of micro back into, right? And that's what's really missing for me in this. Because now you're just going to be seeing another cannon going down. And what you're going to do to save these Immortals, well, you're kind of running out of time already. A few extra links showing up as well. And they're going to buy some time where the Immortals are distracted. Another battery going down. And I think the reality is right now you can start picking away at the Robo very soon. You're going to get rid of this cannon first. One of the Immortals already died. I mean, if you kill the Robo, there's going to be a Prism and an Immortal. It's not exactly ideal. He's going to get another Pylon, and he's so close to denying the Prism from getting out here. But you know what? It doesn't really matter, does it? Because everything will be unpowered, and he owns the natural with a third base to mine from, and this just looks extremely comfortable here for Elazer. And I really do mean just extremely comfortable right now in this game number 1. Prism comes through the bottom side, chases away a Roach. We do see the other gateway going down as well. Lava being picked away at, and just going to be seeing our Mortal dropping back down around the top side. Putting some damage out onto Roach. Queen taking a few shots of damage. And the Prism goes down. I mean, this really is kind of MaxPax's last chance, or the last way of dealing damage here. This Immortal and the Prism and so on. It's going to get pushed back, and that will be it for now. As the Lings pick it up, so Immortal will go down. And that will just be GG, and the Elazer picks up map number 1 of this best of 3. I don't know, we'll see how this next game or so goes, and we'll see how quick it is, and maybe we'll do something extra, but I'm probably not going to go all the way tonight, is what I'm saying. As in the bottom left-hand side, our red Protoss player from Team Exxon is MaxPax. Top right, Blue Zerg from Team XCOM. No, he's not from Team XCOM, he's from Team Argo, but I don't know why he's in this clan XCOM. I think that's one of the sponsors of Argo. I just always say Team XCOM for some reason. But especially when I say Team X on first, because then it rhymes. I'm like, haha! Sounds good. It's like, yeah, it sounds good, but it's not correct, Wardy. It's like, let me have my moment, you know? Let me have my moment. Entry down on the natural. As we get this underway. Probe moving around on the upper right hand side. Hatch gas and pool setting up, and the third hatchery going down off to the side as well. Just going to be seeing the probe continuing around here. We have our Nexus about halfway done. Cybercore coming up to completion. See MaxPax a little bit more regular here to start us off, so nothing as crazy as the last game. Hey, what's up, Nodo Kaza? Happy birthday! Thank you so much. We're just going to sit around the right-hand side. Robot facility on the way up. Twilight Council coming in. It's going to be seeing our circling speed is building in the main base. So with the Twilight opener, we'll see if MaxPax can get anything done with likely to be glaives. So double check. He has 3 hooks in each gasp. I mean, it's not going to be a Dark Shrine though, is it? It's kind of just not lining up for that in the slightest. So it's just going to be glaives here to begin with. Extra gates coming down. And again, our glaives is already building on up here. So again, our glaives ready to go, go, go. And again, these extra gates going to be finishing. And we all know kind of how this plays out. The Roach Roaring gets going for a laser. So that's on the right amount of, pretty much the right time as well here. So it gets that started. Extra Ovies coming through, the Queen on the way. Here come these extra Adepts from MaxPax shading. Up to the top side of the map, so looking to get in and put on a bit of pressure, of course. I mean, waiting for the Prism to arrive. It's going to be the Robo Bay follow-up, so we're going to see the Disruptor Prism speed is generally the way this goes. That's a good way to follow up. It puts a good amount of pressure on. As you see, some extra depth will open in now. They're going to start coming through the front to fight a little bit. First queen doesn't quite go down just yet. Second queen has to pull back too. Two more depths is going to finish up, and a couple extra will finish as well. Crypt Tumor is going down to the front here also. As we press forward, as you see a few Zerglings continue to drop. To the left side, I mean, 4 queens are going to drop down dead as well. Depth's going to shade die. Queen's going to try and block the ramp. Actually, the Lings get a pretty good surround on the ramp with a few roaches nearby. I actually think this is good for Elazer because he's going to get the full cleanup on these adepts. He's defending all of this with 55 drones still on the map. So if you're defending this with 55 drones, I mean, I look at this and say that's a pretty big success story, right? You got a very good economy behind what is already now units to defend with for a while. Obviously, there's the Disruptor and Prism setup that I mentioned back at home, Disruptor Prism Speed. So you started getting towards that, but again, all these adepts is kind of getting shut down right away. It's a lag spike. Don't know from who, but it was definitely visible on our end as well. Hopefully just a spike. We're just going to get straight back into this. Prism escaped for such low HP. That's actually kind of scary when you're trying to use the Disruptor drops with it now, right? Because now all of a sudden you've got the Prism that's low HP that you basically have to babysit. And you want to try and get adventurous with it. That's kind of the point of going Disruptor drops. And obviously the Prism speed helps with that, but you can't put yourself in very dangerous positions because the moment the shields are gone, this thing is dead. So you've got to be very, very cautious with it still, basically. So just got to be very careful about it. As you do see the Disruptors will look to find another direction to attack in very soon. Couple of shots from the Spore Crawler coming out, and it's going to push the Prism back. Roach is showing up, and another Disruptor shot will fire, and will not quite connect. I mean, the Lazer's been pretty good at keeping that War Prism at bay and keeping the Disruptors away from dangerous connections, so well played on that end so far. He's going to move himself into Hive. That means he can get Vipers up to help him against what is the incoming Colossus force, so the direction of this game is a good one for Elazer. I like what he's getting. But I think MaxPax is kind of doing alright as well. I still feel like I don't really like how it opened for MaxPax initially, but you know, the Disruptors are starting to get some damage. It is starting to add up at least a little bit. Compared to earlier, where the Adepts just felt like they gained so little. It wasn't really very effective at all. Oh no, the Prism. Again, it's just so dangerous, right? Because you do have just so little HP on it. There's zero room for error. And he does kind of pull back there. Again, saved by the Prism speed to begin with. I feel like we found who's lagging. I don't know who Tal'Darim is. Tal'Darim, who are you? Do. I wanna know why you're lagging that game. Don't know what's going on, guys. I feel like I'm hitting a little level of crazy. Saturday leaves the game. And we go back into this push of MaxPax. Let's see a few Stalkers warping in. We do have the hatch on the front getting picked away at. Little drones going down, so Elazer not really ready to fight. He does go counter-attacking. Roaches and Lings coming down the bottom side, just going to push through. Now we see a recall, so immediately you're just going to back away as a Elazer. So this is a base, but I mean, that's a 5th base. He's got 4 bases still, so I don't think he minds too much the trade out here. Cancels a robo with these roaches, just slowing down some more robo production. Well, Vipers are out, and we'll see if they can bring anything to the table as this Roach-Ling army is eventually getting away and out of here. Going to find a few more probes to pick away out. The Stalkers blink in. Everything else that's Roach Ravager on this map has to back off. You got to be careful though as a Elazer. I mean, this is a scary comp to play. This is almost purely Roach Ravager against a Protoss army that's pretty teched up at the moment. So this dies real quick if you're not careful. You got to be very cautious about it. Ravager's out on the right-hand side. Roach is going to go out to the far left. Splitting up here just a little bit. So Elazer splitting up again, looking to try and deny the 4th base. Rally runs into the natural. There's a disruptor right here, already fired its shots. I don't know if you're going to really break through there. Another disruptor drops out. Whoa! He just abducted the Colossus into the disruptor shot. Holy crap, was that even slightly intentional? When was that? 1050? Bottom right. I want to check that back on the replay when we get to the end of this here. Big rebuild from Elazer. Purely Roaches with a Lurker Den on the way behind it as well. He's losing so much. I think MaxPax might just be able to counterattack at some point here in the fairly near future and just put an end to this, but that Colossus actually genuinely got abducted into a into like a disruptor hit. That was crazy. Hey, thank you so much, Supply Depots Unite, for the $30 donation. Your work today has qualified you for a bonus. Hell yeah! Birthday bonus. Let's freaking go. Nice. Thank you so much, SimNFL, for the 9-month resub as well. Subscribe to Wardy and Port for the 44-month resub. Thank you so much and welcome back as always. Appreciate it. Thanks for the support, guys, as we do just have our little army of MaxPax then. Definitely a little afraid, right? He is down on tech from where he once was. And that's a shame because it's given Elazer a chance to rebuild up into these lurkers, so his army's only getting better. And MaxPax is kind of staying the same. I think it's good enough to fight lurkers, but yeah, you're gonna have to be careful about it because Elazer's also taking the whole map. 5 bases, 85 drones. I wonder if there was something more of an opening for MaxPax after kind of clearing out that previous fight. Now he's gonna lose the prism. No, 2 disruptors just went down in that. I mean, that's massive. I mean, that's just huge because you just don't have to worry about it anymore. You got these Vipers that are going to abduct one disruptor. The other disruptor didn't get abducted in time. Now the next disruptor shot lands as well. So, I mean, it's not a pretty fight from Elazer. You kind of, honestly, you could argue he messes up those Viper abducts. You're meant to do much better than that with them. You're really meant to cancel the abducts before they happen. Sorry, the disruptor shots before they happen with the abduct, and that just did not happen there at all. So, a little bit of a rip. Viper's going to consume up. I mean, the Laser's going to remax pretty quickly. Resources lost here is actually pretty even. 14.1 to 2.1. The Roach Ravager continues down. Lurkers over here took a disruptor shot, but do get burrowed up. I mean, they were kind of missing from this fight. They're going to get rid of the Colossus and the disruptor again. Gazelle's trying to charge on through. The Lurkers decided to just unburrow and get out of there. More Hydra's being added in. Adaptive Talents is on the way. So again, those Lurkers are only going to get better here shortly as they're going to unburrow, and they do escape away from this position as well. So getting out of that one. Viper's getting some energy back from this right side hatchery. Roach, Hydra, Ravager on the far right as well. PvZ's going to start charging in. They're going to get caught pretty quickly. Now, these abductors have been a lot better, not letting any disruptor shots go off into the main army recently. That's exactly the sort of thing that Elazer needed to change up, that he was struggling with a little bit prior to that. I think it's going down as MaxPax pushes up the right side. Bunch of creep team is going down here, and we do just have the Stalker Archon army going to get on top of the hatch, so hatchery is going to fall. Yes, these counterattacks from MaxPax look scary, right? But then eventually Elazer just comes out with a defense. He's going to get cancelled, or he's going to cancel up all of his lurkers there. The Archons come through, they'll get rid of this hatch. Drones being hunted, no success right there. Disruptor shot is going to force these couple of Hydras to split away. These Hydras are just going to hunt down the rest of this at the moment. Another Archon going down. Hydra's still moving. Disruptor shot fires but does not connect. And Elazer once more has the money to rebuild, although he does have to be careful, right? Because he's also maybe getting a little bit lava starved here. He has 15 on the map, so he's okay-ish for the moment. Roach Hydra changes the few, chases the few zealots down. We do have the army now down on the south, and we do just see the couple of zealots going to go in after this hatch. Just trying to deny new bases from Elazer, who's just trying to reset to 6. If he can get that, brilliant. Now look at the resources lost again, 26k to 20k, so it's taken about a 4k turn since we last missed it. Not really a turn, but it's continued 4k worse for Elazer. So 6k worse difference overall. Obviously, he's making up for that by mining more, but he doesn't mine more in the scenario where he's, loses the bases on that right-hand side. And that's why this game slows down a little bit right now, because Elazer's like, crap, I really need to calm down and get rid of these, get these bases back up before I let him fight again. Nice disruptor shot so far. These Vipers are very late to the party. They should have been here much sooner. And now they're not even being used, just sitting back when they need to be abducting. And that's a little bit of a shame. That should have been utilized much better there. Look, it's going to burrow up again. Another disruptor shot or two coming in. Stalkers and Zealots continue to drop, and another disruptor shot fires forward, and it's another abduct in. Roaches and Hydras able to pick that one off. Around the lurkers on this bottom right side. I feel like Elazer's trading a little bit better here. Yeah, it's now a 4k resource loss difference, so this sort of fights went much better for him. And if he wins this fight down here, I mean, the roles are going to reverse, right? It's going to be MaxPax as he gets 3 lurkers. MaxPax will be the one losing out on a base that he kind of needs to keep on mining from to stay in the game. And that's why Elazer has been at for the last little while, missing those right side bases. He's going to get right down here, and he really is just on top of this, and it's going to be difficult for MaxPax to break through this position for sure. Disruptor shot fires, denied. Doesn't go off on all of those Hydras, and now MaxPax dropping below 100 supply. Lurkers on the left side base, and he really is just losing a bit too much right now. Lurkers get rid of Archons over here, splits perfectly from the Disruptor. Elazer has the numbers to clean up house, get rid of everything else. Another Disruptor shot, and Hydras go down. GG, and Elazer takes it 2-0.